Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're zooming right in on the absolute bedrock of our daily habits, that unseen structure behind literally every choice we make. If you've ever struggled to stick to a healthy routine, you already know that sheer force of will usually ends up failing us. So, let's dive straight into the architecture of those decisions and uncover the true engine that actually keeps us on track. So let's start with a question we've all wrestled with at some point. Why is it so incredibly hard to make tough decisions for our future? I mean, we logically know we should eat better, save more money, exercise regularly. Yet the gravitational pull of short-term comfort, like hitting that snooze button or grabbing a fresh donut, is just so strong. We know exactly what to do, but actually doing it day in and day out, it feels like this endless uphill battle against our own cravings. But here is a critical realization. Relying solely on raw willpower and this constant grinding is going to fail. If your entire strategy for self-improvement is just white-knuckling your way through life, you are eventually going to run out of gas. The secret to lasting consistency requires a foundation that is much, much deeper than just gritting your teeth. Section 1. Defining faith in health, the root of consistency. So what actually is the anchor for lasting change? Well, it's faith, and not just as some vague concept. Faith is the deeply held belief that there is going to be a better future and hoping for things to improve even though everything seems to have totally fallen apart right now. That specific kind of optimistic belief is exactly what enables us to make better decisions today, even when things get really difficult. Because without that faith, think about the true motivation behind your daily diet. Why would we eat healthy food if we do not believe that it is going to have a positive impact on our health in the long run? Honestly, if you subconsciously believe your health is doomed anyway, why on earth would you skip the fast food drive-thru? You just wouldn't. The sacrifice of eating clean literally only makes sense if you genuinely believe in the future payoff. And this exact same logic applies to the gym. Why would we do exercise and train hard if we do not believe that it is going to help us stay fit and strong in the future? When your muscles are absolutely burning and you just want to quit, willpower is not what keeps you going. What keeps you pushing is the deeply held faith that this moment of temporary pain is actively building a more capable version of you for tomorrow. And this builds far beyond just physical health, too. Why would we save money now if we do not believe that it is going to give us security when we age? Whether it's your fitness, your passions, or your financial security, this foundational faith dictates all of our self-improvement. Your willingness to sacrifice instant gratification is directly proportional to how much faith you hold in your long-term future. Section 2, the instant gratification trap, the cost of losing hope. Look at what happens when that foundational belief starts to crack. Our decisions become super instinctive and short-sighted. We seek out instant gratification, we demand quick results, and we easily give up. On the flip side, having faith means possessing the willingness to make short-term sacrifices for long-term gains. When you aren't optimistic about the future, the immediate comfort of the present moment becomes pretty much the only thing your brain actually cares about. Let's break down these symptoms real quick. People who lack faith, they prioritize this exact moment above all else. They seek immediate comfort, they demand quick results, they're always hunting for the most convenient options, and if something goes wrong, they just easily give up. I really urge you to reflect on this for a second. Where in your own life might you be settling for convenient options simply because you've lost a bit of hope in the long-term result? Section 3, action over passive waiting. Doing your part first. Okay, it is time to completely dispel a massive myth here. Faith is not just sitting around waiting for things to happen. It's a huge mistake to think you can just, sit back and wait for success, health, or wealth to miraculously arrive at your doorstep. True faith is a very active pursuit. It requires stepping up and doing the difficult tasks that others are actively avoiding. So, how do we actively practice this? Well, there are 3 actionable steps. Number 1, we have to do our part first and truly commit. Number 2, put in the hard work and make the sacrifices. And number 3, and I love how incredibly practical this is, prioritize and finish the most important tasks first thing in the morning. By tackling your hardest tasks immediately, you aren't just practicing good time management, you're providing a literal, physical demonstration of faith that your actions today will yield success tomorrow. Because it really all boils down to this. We need to do certain things in life that others are not willing to do now so that we can have things that others can't have in future. This is the core equation of this entire explainer. By consistently doing the things most people avoid, you're forging this unbreakable relationship between present-day sacrifice and long-term reward. Section 4. Finding your ultimate purpose. The ripple effect of faith. All right, let's zoom out for a second, away from our personal health and bank accounts. The bigger picture here is that we need to have faith that our work has a calling and that we were put here for a reason. Yes, while pursuing our purpose, we might make some money or achieve some great physical feats, but most importantly, we inspire and support others. Our personal discipline, fueled by faith, connects to an ultimate calling where our actions actively uplift the people around us. Ultimately, the message is beautifully simple. Pursue your purpose. Inspire and be inspired. This journey isn't just a solitary pursuit for vanity or personal gain. When people see you acting with faith, making difficult sacrifices, and consistently tackling the hard things, it literally gives them the hope and the courage to do exactly the same in their own lives. I'm going to leave you with what is probably the most important question of this entire explainer. Are you willing to do what others won't today to build the future you have faith in tomorrow? Think about your immediate choices right now. Are they going to be driven by a fleeting desire for instant comfort or by a profound, optimistic faith in your future? Thank you so much for exploring this architecture of faith with me, and I challenge you to let that optimistic belief drive your very next decision.